Welcome back to my channel. Tonight's story is about humiliation, betrayal, and a comeback that no one saw coming. Title: At my party my wife mocked me. Her coworker smirked. I made sure that smile never returned. The night I learned the truth did not feel dramatic at first. It was supposed to be a celebration. My birthday. My home. My people. A night to feel appreciated, loved, seen. Instead, I stood in the center of my own living room watching my world shift without warning. Everyone was laughing, the music was soft, fairy lights glowing warm across our backyard. My wife, Emma, had insisted on hosting a big get-together. Said it was important to celebrate me. I didn't know then that I was walking into my own emotional ambush. And then he arrived. Daniel. Her coworker. The one she always said, "You'd like him, he's funny, chill, harmless." The type of introduction women use when there is just a little too much warmth behind a name. I noticed the small things first. The way her smile widened when she saw him. The way she fixed her hair. How she suddenly adjusted her dress like she wanted to look better for someone. Not me. I stood nearby as she rushed to greet him, excitement sparkling in her eyes like he was the guest of honor, not her husband. I shook his hand. He held the shake longer than necessary. His smirk was carved into his face like he owned something here. I ignored it. I tried to be civil. Strong people do not bark without reason. Later, I stood near the bar area while Emma spoke to a group that included Daniel. I wasn't trying to overhear. I was simply existing in my home. But then her voice rose and cut through the room. "You know," she laughed loud. "Mark can't even fix a light bulb without calling a handyman. Totally helpless." Everyone chuckled politely, except him. He smirked. Slow. Sharp. Cruel. As if he enjoyed seeing her mock me. As if he liked watching her put me down to impress him. My chest burned. My stomach dropped. My own wife turning me into a joke at my party. I waited for her to soften it, to say she was joking, to redeem me. She didn't. She kept going. Sometimes I think I married a walking mistake finder, not a problem solver. Another laugh. Another smirk. This time he leaned toward her and whispered something. She giggled. Giggled. Like a schoolgirl embarrassed by how much she enjoyed his attention. I stayed calm. Silence is power when used right. I did not yell. I did not lose composure. People who panic lose control. I kept mine. The party went on. But I noticed everything. How she never came to stand by me. How he hovered near her. How she glowed for him in ways she never did for me lately. I didn't react immediately. Patience is the weapon that hits hardest. When most guests were leaving, I walked toward them casually. I smiled politely. "Daniel, thanks for coming," I said. "You okay to drive?" He shrugged confidently. "Of course. I'm good." I nodded. "Good to know." Then I picked up his car keys from the counter. He froze. A flicker of confusion. "What are you doing?" Emma frowned. "Mark, stop being dramatic." I pocketed the keys and spoke calmly. "Police are outside." His face drained. He looked panicked, eyes darting around. "Police? Why?" I tilted my head. "Random DUI checkpoint. Lucky I was here to stop you from committing a crime. Wouldn't want a drunk coworker of my wife getting arrested after drinking in my house." The smirk died right there. Everyone watched. Silence. He stuttered. I'm fine. I didn't drink that much." "You had 4 whiskey shots," I replied quietly. "Relax, I'll explain soon." The same tone he used earlier when whispering to her. I threw his arrogance back at him like a knife. Then I held out my phone. On the screen was a video from the security camera outside. It showed him arriving. Sloppy parking. Unsteady walk. I leaned forward. "You smirked at me during my party. Thought you were playing in my house with my wife on my night." My voice stayed steady. I don't raise my voice. I raise consequences. He swallowed hard. "Look man, there's nothing." I cut him off. "You disrespected me. She mocked me. I'm not a joke. You will not forget that." Then I threw his keys to another friend and said, "Drop him home. Make sure he gets inside safely. He does not touch a steering wheel tonight." I turned to Daniel slowly. "And do not ever show up near my wife uninvited again." His face. Empty. Humiliated. The smirk? Dead forever. He left without a word. Emma stood frozen. You embarrassed him. No, I replied. I didn't embarrass him. I protected him from jail and destroyed his pride. Pride heals slower. Her face flushed. You're being ridiculous. I looked straight into her eyes. The only ridiculous thing tonight was watching my wife try to impress another man by belittling me. Her breath caught. She had no defense. I don't need a wife who shines for other men while dimming me. She tried to speak, but I walked away, leaving her alone with her shame. Someone messes with your respect, you don't scream. You take it back. Quietly. Efficiently. Permanently. That night she learned something. Men who stay silent are not weak. Sometimes they are just loading the shot. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like the video for more stories like this.